Okay, so sniperworm, what you said you were expecting a lane swap, perhaps?
Yeah, I said I wonder if they're gonna lane swap here, because they do have on the purple side they do have a Vayne, which is pretty difficult to lane, you know, against something like a Jinx.
Yes.
And also they have a Zac, who's pretty good in the 2v1. And it's difficult to dive him and kill him if that's how you want to do it, because again he has the passive.
Right.
And on the opposite side they have Warwick, who's just awful in the 1v2, and he's very easy to dive and kill.
Yeah, this would definitely be the time to take advantage of that. Not sure though with the new changes to the turrets whether that would deter them or not.
Yeah, I mean it would definitely hurt them in the sense of actually taking the turret. But with a Vayne lane, it's rarely about just trying to suicide shove down turrets, you know?
Yeah, they don't exactly have a comp in bot lane for shoving the turret anyway. So it might just be better to just try to get her the guaranteed CS and levels. Doesn't look like it's going to happen though. Unless they recall very soon. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're interested in swapping. They're just going to play it straight up. 2v2. No real major invades as of yet. This set.
And interesting, the Leona for young Thresh, Kagemori, definitely looking to play passive here. He has a gold purse start.
Yeah. Again, as we said, both teams have been practicing in preparation for this, so we'll see how far they've planned ahead. That's definitely a good look if they don't get harassed early. And Warwick helping out a lot. He's going to be late to lane. Zac doing the right thing and CSing as fast as he can right away. But actually, no, he's not. He's just last hitting. So Warwick's actually not that far behind. I thought he was going to shove, but he opted not to.
That's probably not what you want to do, Mr. Zac.
Yeah.
You probably don't want to just stand there and auto-attack Warwick while he hits you back.
Yeah, because Warwick gains health and... Does he gain health and mana back?
No, he gains health and the stacking magic damage as he keeps hitting you. Although fighting Warwick early on is a good idea because Warwick's Q really starts to scale up as he gets levels.
Yeah, they're fighting. Holy cow, they're fighting. And both top laners should be noted. Well, actually, Zac used his summoners. Unless that's glitched.
No, he probably did.
Oh my.
Because Warwick is really low.
And he did flash as well.
Yeah.
So super awesome going extremely low right away. But Leona has to retreat. Zac Legend might have been able to go hard for that, but the barrier was still up, so he could have got baited there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that probably wasn't guaranteed by any means.
Then as a Vayne, he probably looks at the CS approaching his tower and is like, well, I probably want the guaranteed thing instead. Also, it's interesting that Warwick went shield. I see a lot of Warwicks go ring instead.
Yeah. That's actually what he's been going in most of his games.
Oh, and this is a definite dive. Kage no Jigoku's in all kinds of trouble.
He's dead. And he's not even going to get a kill back.
Oh, but they will.
Oh, good positioning by Rob. I like it.
Oh, the double kill.
Man. I didn't even see Rob get in position for that. But yeah, he was in the right place at the right time, as he usually is.
Yeah, he sniffed that one out really well.
Yep. And yeah, the double kill for Warwick, definitely worth.
Yeah.
Even though they didn't get the first blood, that's definitely worth.
Yeah, because you'll notice that Zac's CS is actually really low. He missed a lot of CS as the wave pushed up because he was trying to chase Warwick to get the kill in that initial tussle where they lost summoners. So as a result, he wasn't... The fact that Warwick lost all those creeps to the tower, it's bad because he lost the experience. So he's behind in experience, but at least he's not... he didn't lose the gold in relation to his lane opponent.
Yeah. And Warwick actually ended up getting both kills. That is unfortunate because they missed out on the double buffs. If Robaldo had gotten that double buff refresh, that would have been really good for them. But nonetheless, they will take it.
Yep.
Just goes to show you, though, like you said, can't really tank turret for long early level.
Yeah.
You just get destroyed.
I'm actually surprised that his first buy was a Vamp Scepter for Warwick. He must really want that Blade of the Ruined King.
Yeah, that's usually his first buy.
Because I would have expected a Chalice to come out. Because if he had bought that, he could infinitely Q, and he would just be immovable.
Yeah.
Along with applying severe pressure to Zac.
Yeah, I don't think Kage no Jigoku has ever built Athenes in the games that I've seen him play. So that just might not be how he does. That means he's gonna have to auto him a lot to get value out of that.
Yeah, because you'll notice that he's already running very because Zac actually has a really high amount of sustain. It's really hard to take him down.
Yeah, every time he uses a skill, those little jelly blobs come off.
Yeah, and of course, because he's Warwick, he's about to get ganked again. And this time there's no Wukong to help him.
But Zac says no, let's not chase.
Well, because once the initial cooldowns go down, you're probably not going to take out Warwick.
Yeah, unless they want to dive him again, which they don't want to.
But the thing is, every time he ganks, it'll probably take up a bunch of extra mana from Warwick, which is his most key resource, not his current health.
Yeah, you can see right now that Zac Legend is really split on what he wants to do. He wants to help Leona fight, but he also wants the CS.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, because as Vayne, you want the guaranteed money.
Yeah.
So he really wants those creeps.
Super awesome. And Silverbleed doing a pretty good job. Vayne is weak early, and it's showing right now on the CS score. That and they were fighting a lot, so a lot of creeps were probably lost during the skirmishes. Warwick's Flash will be up very soon. Zac did hit level 6 first, so his Let's Bounce is on deck. But again, no teleports for either top laner.
Although you don't need teleport if you're just going to walk down.
Yeah, looks like Zac wants to make a play on... Oh no, he's just warding up the entrance. I thought there was a call for Dragon, possibly. As we see Dookie and Ivru taking the blue. We'll see what they decide to do. Ivru kind of walking in circles, not sure where he wants to go. We'll return to mid lane, but Zac roaming all the way down finds Aranos, but that is just time wasted.
Yeah, because unfortunately Ivru was at the blue, so he was not there to help out with that.
Yep, and Aranos would just simply rotate around, doesn't really miss a whole lot of creeps for it. Gets the blue, no problem. And it gives Kage no Jigoku a CS lead.
Okay, so things are about to get probably a lot more volatile in bot because the 80 carries hit 6.
Yeah. Warwick trying to step on as many of those as possible. There goes the Infinite Duress. Cell Division should be up, though.
Yeah, not really sure what they're trying to do here.
That was a really questionable dive. Luckily, though, Jarvan was not quite there, so they could have made them pay for that. I'm really surprised that they dove that.
Yeah.
Because Warwick ulted him in range of the turret, too. So all that damage that he took. And he is not that tanky, so he melted. Luckily, they managed the life bar such that both of them were able to get away. The clone really helping out.
Yeah, but unfortunately that costs Wukong his flash.
Yes, it did. Zac's ulti will be down for a little bit longer, though, than Infinite Duress, at least, so we'll see if they try to come back up there. Most likely not, though. And again, I'm surprised, like you said, Jarvan hasn't really been paying attention to bottom at all, just kind of letting them get pushed up.
Yeah, but luckily so far, nothing really bad has been happening. Vayne's pretty close in CS.
Yeah. It's just unfortunate that he was so late to that top lane all-in. Easily could have been a double kill if he had been there. Okay, that ward will spot out Kagemori. Not really gonna do much.
Yeah, and the attacks tickle right now because the bot lanes have not recalled yet.
And Robalba got chunked right there by Orianna. Shockwave was not used, so they need to respect that. Purple team might try to make a play on this dragon before bot lane can go back to buy. And a good job by Zach Legend. He has made up the CS difference. He was down by about 10, but he's just fine now. And if Vayne can go even or better in lane, that's always a plus.
Yep.
Yeah, interesting, really interesting build choice by Kage no Jigoku. He usually just goes one way or the other. He usually just goes offensive or he just goes tanky. He's splitting his build this time. He looked like he was going Cutlass, but it looks like he's going Sunfire now.
We'll have to see what happens. Maybe that dive kind of shook his confidence a little bit.
I would definitely try to go for the Cutlass now into Bork since I see that Zach is building MR. Again, Warwick does mixed damage, so it's a great way to make people pay in terms of what they build. But yeah, like you said, that dive might have scared them a little bit because that was close.
Yeah, that was close to being really bad.
Yeah. We haven't really looked at the mid lane in a while because obviously Orianna farming from a distance, so not much to be had there. But both mid laners doing all right. Arenal's getting the better end of the deal though for the most part. He has kept control of that lane.
Yep, he is the one that's mana gated though because he does not have a chalice like Orianna does.
Yeah, but that Sheen will mean more damage.
Yeah.
That's a good check by Robalba, making sure that there are no free pink ward shenanigans, and they want to do the dragon. Tarek is a little zoned out though.
Yeah, they definitely were doing the dragon. Wukong used decoy by the dragon.
Wow, Super Awesome walking in an extremely disrespectful path. He's gonna die. That makes me a little upset. That was such a bad way to run.
Oh, what is Silverfleet doing?
Showing very little respect right there. Like Leona just like, huh. Okay, I guess I will get a free shot at you. And the chain CC, of course, from Vayne and Jarvan.
Yep.
More than enough.
Can't afford to get sloppy. Oh, here's the all-in before he gets hit.
Intervention is available though, so he might be able to walk away from this. Flash is available? No, he flashed in to fight, so...
Yeah, he flashed in to engage.
Okay, so a good force by the purple team. Blue team might have been getting a little autopilot.
Yeah.
So, like you said, cannot count out the purple team. Their comp is dangerous.
Yeah, that and you can't get sloppy. Every game's a new game.
Yep, that is true. And momentum in long sets is very important. Both psychologically, it plays into the mind and it also plays into confidence. Let's just say that. So yeah, very psychological. But yeah, Kage no Jigoku starting to do his thing now though. Starting to stay at full health while his opponent is usually at half or lower. He's getting the CS lead. And shoving up the turret. We'll see if he chooses to base soon. Again, Jarvan hasn't really paid too much attention to the solo lanes, aside from that one incident earlier. Ooh, very nice Q dissonance by Ivaru. Okay, so they'll clear out that pink ward. Jinx was nowhere near that. They could have maybe bulldogged that dragon, but they did not know where she was.
Yeah.
So the game has kind of stagnated again. No real momentum for either team. If you're the purple team, what do you do in this situation? Because you got a little bit of momentum back, but you're still down technically in the set. So what would you do in this case?
Honestly, if I was the purple team, though the way things are going now, I would probably not do anything. I would just let Vayne keep laning as long as they want to let it happen. And just wait for I'm a hero to try to force something and make a mistake. Because the fact that Vayne is ahead right now is a big deal.
Yeah, he is taking the CS lead, and he has his Bork finish. The range on Bork has been nerfed to the point where a lot of AD carry mains are kind of annoyed by it, but that's a big item for her.
Well, Bork was never meant to be an AD carry item, so...
Yeah.
Blue team has slain the dragon.
But good call by the blue team. They bulldogged the dragon pretty much for free. The purple team did not react to that at all.
Yeah, and now they're sending everyone to mid.
Caught with their pants down. Aranos walking very far up. They have to be careful not to commit too hard. There's a lot of AoE on the purple team. And it looks like Zac wants to keep fighting. He pops ulti. And there is the engage. Ooh. Didn't even get infinite duress off. I'm surprised. And yeah, there's the AoE damage. And yeah, that's why I said that they couldn't walk too far up.
Yeah, and there's a dive happening in bottom as well.
Yeah, the blue team does not have as much presence as they think. Good pickup though from Robalaba, at least gets one kill back, but they will lose mid, definitely. And Zac Legend can just keep pushing bottom.
Yep.
Great exchange for the purple team right there. Again, really taking advantage of their AoE during the part of the game where it's very effective. Not a whole lot of defensive items yet. And again, I'm a hero caught without their AD carry, so...
In fact, their AD carry was busy getting soloed in
Yep.
bottom.
Yeah, and to make it worse, he died in a 1v1 under his tower, so... Luckily, though, the dragon is already gone, because then that would have been crippling if they had gotten the dragon as well. Almost the same thing that happened to them, to Young Thresh in the previous game.
Yeah. I guess turnabout's fair play.
Indeed. So Warwick, with the Sunfire, he is going to go tanky before he builds his attack speed items, his on-hit. We'll see what he finishes next, but that's gonna be it's gotta be a feel-good moment for Chase Styles. Little bit of redemption in that top lane, getting the 1v1.
Yeah, not to mention that Warwick, because he opted for Sunfire, he still has no MR.
Yep. So all he can do is just hope to hump and hope that the residual damage is enough.
But it is working at the moment.
Yeah. However, like you said, Warwick's mana is going down very rapidly. So he can't do that forever. Whereas Zac can do that forever if he has to.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't die, he'll keep spitting out bloblets.
Do the blobs fly out in random directions?
Yes, they do.
Okay. Yeah, a little bit of unlucky right there. The blobs popping in the opposite direction that he was running. So he couldn't really turn around to pick those up. Yeah, and Ivaru, we haven't really been talking about him much this set, but in the semifinals, his Orianna was doing really well. So he's continuing to get the damages that he needs. Has the Grail, so he's basically infinite sustain for himself. And Orianna's costs, I think some of them are pretty high, like the Dissonance is really expensive, but everything else is pretty cheap. So...
Yeah, and the thing about Orianna having infinite mana also means that she basically has infinite health sustain as well, as long as she trades well with the shield.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically like free gray health every time.
Yep.
Wow, big 3v3 fight in bottom. Both junglers pocking their ultis. Kagemori does walk out of range, gets a nice solar flare onto all of them. The light! Don't look into the light! Oh, and blue team do get one back. Well, actually, Super Awesome is still alive, but he's not kiting back.
Oh, but here is Kale.
Kaylee.
Blue team double kill.
Oh, and Orianna did not rotate in time.
It looks like it's another death fight in top.
But Zac is going to win that, because as you said, he has no MR, and he heals faster.
Oh, a missed skill. Okay, so that's going to allow him to get away.
Yeah. What actually?
Ow.
Arise!
Okay, good intervention just in case. But actually, Warwick still has his ignite. So
Double team's
yeah,
turret has been destroyed.
he'll have that available for the next time they try to fight. Zach needs to remember that.
Oh, I don't
Arano's
know
going
if this is a good
super
idea.
deep. Hadouken? Okay, there's the Lich Bane. Apologies, my voice is getting really tired.
It's interesting that Orianna just took that because both summoners available.
Yeah, and I would imagine Shield might have been up soon up too, yeah? So
Yeah.
maybe the barrier plus the E might have been enough for her to get away.
It probably would have because Aranos had no summoners.
Yep. So yeah, pretty messy engage overall. That was a great though. Kagemori's solar flares have been kind of iffy, but that was a really good solar flare. It hit all three, and he was well out of range of getting killed up until that point. And then of course Kale came down, but yeah. But yeah, I can't really call this right now. This is pretty even.
Yeah, it is, and the gold says that too.
Yeah. Both teams equally making plays and making unplays.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So momentum is pretty stable right now. No real team has an edge. Kage no Jigoku does not want to stick around. He probably could have got the turret, but he would have died for it, I think. Because Warwick does not have the damage to take the turret down yet.
Yeah. Looks like he wants to recall. Or maybe he's gonna go farm the jungle.
Yeah, and it's very interesting that he went Sunfire because they have double AP solo lanes. A Spirit Visage would have been pretty big for him, I think. But nonetheless, play will continue on. Dookie Butt
Oh, a miss.
baiting in all that AoE. It was a good catch. Caught a lot of people. The dissonance coming down, and here comes Vayne. Immortality is popped, but this is not a fight I think that either team will convincingly win. Or maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, maybe I am wrong. Oh wow, Cyclone wasn't used? For real? Oh wow.
Wow, that's a big turnaround.
That is a huge turnaround. And then pew pew pew.
Oh, the exhaust though.
But the damage.
Aw.
Yeah, the Bloodthirster. Oh, and there's the Ignite, as I
Oh,
said,
that
coming into
speed.
play. Yeah, like I said, because he didn't burn Ignite, that would give him an edge the next time that they man fought.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah.
Because both these champions so reliant on their heals.
So yeah, I actually thought that Young Fresh had that, but I didn't notice that Robalaba had held on to Cyclone.
Yeah, he is still holding Flash and Cyclone, so big play by him.
Yeah, big heads up play. Oh, poor Warwick. He wants the turret, but he can't take it yet. It's so close. But he knows it. He's not leaving. He's just playing a game of chicken with Zach, saying, sooner or later, one of us is going to die.
Yeah,
Leave.
I still think that if he had bought a Chalice, it would have been a lot easier for him.
Yeah, coupled with the Sunfire and either or. Because then at least he could Q him all the time.
Yeah, because he could Q him on cooldown.
Yeah, see right now, Chase Styles is still winning the DPS war.
Yeah, not to mention that Warwick would have had some MR too
Indeed.
from the Chalice. Oh, Solar Flare onto the solo Jinx. This is definitely a kill.
Oh, and he feeds the double buff. I really don't like how Leona took the kill there. They should have known that that kill was free. But a good response though by the blue team. They saw that the bot lane was still there, so they just all in top.
Yeah, but tower is getting pressured all over the blue side of the map.
Yeah, we'll see what the blue team decides to do.
Should they recall now, they probably can't stop the towers from going down, but they will stop further pressure.
Yeah, so they're gonna take an inner and send two back, which is fine. That's probably the best that they could do.
Yeah.
Because sending all of them back would have been a waste.
Yeah, and I honestly don't like how they keep sending Tarek off to go wander around, leaving Jinx alone.
Yeah, I don't know who's making those calls, honestly. Oh, wow, they're going to go for the inhibitor. If they get this, this is huge. Oh my gosh, they're going to get it.
Solar Flare.
They should just
They're
finish
gonna
it.
finish it.
One more hit. Okay. So they got it.
Yeah.
Okay, in the end, that's still an inhibitor turret. That's not coming back. That's still a big play, even though they lost 2.
Is purple team gonna rush Baron?
They should.
What is their response gonna be to this?
They should. Robalaba's dead. They should rush Baron, and
Yeah.
it looks like they're going
Yeah,
for it.
Robalaba's dead and he burned Cyclone. So even if he does revive, he won't have that available.
Yeah, purple team need to take this to make the trade at least somewhat decent for them. I mean, gold-wise it is.
Okay, the re-engage, smart stuff. Silverbleed's caught, definitely gonna die.
Oh,
Super
man.
Awesome's next on the list. And
That is
can
ace.
Arnos do anything?
Okay, he got 2.
He got 2, so he definitely peeled them off the Baron.
Wow.
So still definitely worth.
Yeah, that is actually worth now because now they can't Baron.
Yeah, because they got him off the Baron, and it was only a -1 in terms of people. Like it was actually 2 for 3, even though it was a 3v5.
Oh man, like at first I thought that I'm a Hero might have been throwing the game. If they got ace right there, that would have been the game for sure.
Yeah, but luckily Silverbleed able to absorb so many cooldowns in that.
Yeah, and Kale is just so big right now. The ignite enough to finish off Vayne. And again, Vayne is going for what we see a lot of Vaynes go for, the Phantom Dancer and Bork build, where they can run around and hit people forever and then get the kills, but she has no upfront damage.
Yeah, doesn't have that upfront burst that something like a Bloodthirster would give you. So in those times where you need to kill people quickly, it just doesn't happen.
Like in that Baron fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy. Well, that's awkward. And yeah, Leona still with the one half of the double buffs, it looks like.
Okay, so some real messy stuff going on here. Both teams wandering around in the same jungle.
Yeah, in other games you could call this like a scramble almost, and someone's just trying to pick it up, trying to pick the ball up and run.
Uh-oh, blue team caught out here.
Okay, a defensive flash by Super Awesome.
Yeah, Robalaba was farming mid, so this is trouble.
Oh, and a great juke by Kage no Jigoku, but Silverbleed needs to be careful.
Yeah,
Can't
blue
walk
team
in.
needs to retreat and regroup right now.
The Dookie Bud is probably feeling like an engage.
Yeah, like blue team could definitely re-engage if they wanted to, because the solar flare and the Vayne ult are down.
Yeah,
But they need to regroup first.
they should just get the free inhibitor, in my opinion.
Yeah, but regardless of what they're doing, they need to group up.
Yeah. Well, good damage over the wall by Aranos.
Okay, so right now Jinx doing a good job on that tower. So that was good. And purple team not able to find an engage, I guess.
Yeah. But this is still very, very close. Less than 2k gold separates this team. Purple team looks like they might want to go. Solar Flare is up again. Final hour is not quite up yet, though. But this game could explode at any minute, depending on where the focus goes.
Yeah, I'm a hero really pushing up, pressuring onto Young Fresh.
Is Che gonna go?
So you have to believe that Young Fresh is gonna pull the trigger at some point.
Yeah, and one of the problems in the first game was that Zac Legend was dying too fast. There's the initiate. Warwick all the way in the back though, zoning off Zac Legend. Well, actually Robalaba was zoning off Zac, but to no avail. He will go down. Did blue team go too hard? That is the question. Jinx is still very much alive. They need to help peel and focus though. They should just keep fighting and take the inhibitor later. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so a little bit of split focus, but they could still get out of here. Ooh, they should not have... I don't know if they should have turned around, though. Unless intervention is up. No, it is not. They need to kill Zac Legend. He does go down. The excited bonus comes out. Forces the barrier, if anything, but that's still going to be an ace.
Yeah.
Okay, so... Robalaba went really deep to try to Zac Legend, but it's not the same. It's not Vi with Trinity Force. He's just Wukong, and once his Cyclone's done, that's like a lot of his damage already.
I actually think he did the right thing there because Vayne is stronger than Jinx. So what he did, he flew in and he pulled both Orianna and Vayne away from the fight completely so that his team could not only win against the people they're fighting against, but then take the inhibitor.
Do you think Kage no Jigoku should have dove with him to ensure that Vayne died?
If he felt like he could have killed him, he should have. But Vayne has that QSS, so I don't know. Like honestly, like what they should have did was that was a good job by Wukong to just go flying in there and put all that pressure on Vayne, saying, "Hey, you only pay attention to me,
or you die."
Yeah, or you die. And then in the meantime, his team did good on the fight, and then they took the inhibitor. At which point they just should have ran away.
I'm sorry, that was pretty funny. Junglers just kind of saying hi to each other. But yeah, they still got the inhibitor though, so that's a ton of map control on their side. And it's that point in the game yet where they probably need to send a big damage dealer to deal with the creep wave.
Yeah, and if they send Vayne, Vayne is not good at clearing waves.
Yeah, they would have to send Orianna. And ideally they would have wanted bot inhibitor because that's the farthest from Baron. But it's still a good objective to get.
Yeah, they could have went for Dragon, but instead it looks like they're going for Baron here.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like the fact that they stayed and got aced was actually for the better because it involved Vayne dying, which meant that there was no possibility of Baron. They were able to kill at least one more person. So yeah, they weren't able to just rush it after they escaped. Ooh, but Jinx now with that G8. And Jinx is pretty big right now. Still no major attack damage item, but the passive from her Q will help to balance that out for her. Baron is getting hella low. This is a 50-50. Both junglers are alive. Solar Flare used a little early. Aranos actually gets the dragon. Dookie Blood going way in. And a great AoE combination by the purple team. There's the Cyclone. Is it too little too late? I think it might be.
Yeah.
Jinx gets the kill, but yeah, that was just such a greedy call by the blue team. They did not need to Baron yet. That was too early in my estimation. I mean, why risk a 50-50?
Yeah, like in those situations, what you want to do is you definitely want to threaten Baron. You want to be there, but you don't start it till they send someone back to deal with the creep.
Yeah, and you don't group up for all the AoE. That's a free shockwave, free cataclysm, you know? Free solar flare. This is free.
Yeah.
So yeah, quite, very rash call by I'm a Hero. We'll see if it bites them in the back. Because the gold is still technically even, and they do have the map advantage with the inhibitor down already. But that is tons of gold in the ace. Luckily though, Baron went to I'm a Hero. The Lichbane proc probably did a bunch of damage to it. It's probably why Aranos got it. And yeah, Warwick is just still not as tanky as he needs to be. Again, I don't know why he is building all this armor when they have double AP solo lanes. I do not understand. I mean, yes, Zac doesn't build AP, but he does lots of base damage with AP.
Yeah, he does all magic damage.
Yeah, so there's like no reason why, in my opinion, that you wouldn't build at least a cowl by now. I mean, he's going for the heart, which is understandable because they have Vayne. But that's only if he lives long enough for it to matter. So we shall see what happens. Don't let the score fool you. The gold lead is still pretty close. And I'm a Hero are still up 1-0, but if Young Fresh can pull this game back, that would be a huge confidence booster for them, I think.
Yeah, and right now they have all the momentum.
Yeah, because this could be the 4th straight game that they've lost to them since the Swiss 3rd round. So if they can get some kind of momentum back, that would be big for them, even if it's just a little bit.
Yeah, and right now they're probably feeling pretty good after that last fight. Not to mention after every fight, Vayne is getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, and again, the superior mechanics are just showing. The positioning on Zac Legend is so much better in these fights. Granted, he has a lot of walls to hide behind, but still. He's really keeping himself safe as much as possible.
Speaking of being safe, final hour burn to escape there.
But half of Kale's life is gone. Chase Styles wants to fight. Just charging that in preparation. And we see Jarvan actually with a full defensive build, rushing the Banshee's Veil. It's a good pickup for him, I think. Kale getting really strong, and Vayne technically still has no MR, so we could see the burstings.
The QSS.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot it gives a.
Yeah, it gives a lot of magic resistance
because it's a Negatron quote. But yeah, we have seen what Kale can do when she has all those items. It takes like over half your life in one Q auto. You can see right now the inhibitor down did a lot to stall. Like they didn't really want to engage until that was up. But I think they want to fight now, don't you?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they're looking for it. They're hungry. Oh man, that damage again. Oh, Silverbleed walking in a really bad pattern. That could have been an engage, honestly. And with them this strong, any target is fine at this point.
Yeah, and final hour is back up, so aside from the low mana of Orianna, they're ready to go.
Yeah, actually, I might want interested to see if they want to wait till Vayne gets her scimitar, because she can buy it now. She has the parts. She can definitely afford it. She might be waiting for something else, an Infinity Edge maybe.
Probably because oh, the damage!
Oh, GG. GG's. Aranos, no. No, don't do it. Foot soldier status. That's big damage, but in the end, there's too many purple health bars.
Yeah.
They lost that fight from the get-go on that one, and that's just the... Look at them, they have 4 sweepers. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and for some reason, I'm a Hero just does not have magic resistance.
Yep.
So that just tore them to pieces.
Yeah, Vayne is a problem, but honestly, the Orianna seems to be the bigger problem. Because she's ending the fights before they get to do anything about Vayne. Those cute dissonances and the shockwaves are just so brutal right now. And yeah.
Yeah, and after that fight, you can see 2 cowls coming out on the blue side, but
it's too late already. The damage has already been done. Orianna's done her job. And she already has so much AP anyway. Coupled with the Void Staff. Ooh, Silverbleed disconnecting. It's really odd. Okay, so pause coming out. But, like, let's see real quick what the DC was about. Oh, okay. Okay. But yeah, this game turned very, very well for the purple team. Vayne has gotten to where she needs to be, and as I suspected, Infinity Edge. She was waiting for that.
yeah, it makes sense because Scimitar actually isn't much better than having a BF and a QSS.
Yep.
For how much extra you pay, it's not worth it.
Yeah, because the QSS passive, the active doesn't change.
Unless you're melee.
Unless you're melee, yes. And you can see just a nice, more well-rounded build of defenses on the tanks for the purple team. They have a major MR item and a major armor item. And yeah, you can see now they're trying to offset their builds down the blue side, but it's just too late already. Robalaba is continuing to go damage with the Trinity Force, I would imagine. So, yeah. They either need to jump Orianna before she gets anything off, or pick somebody, or else she's just going to shockwave them and then they're just going to lose all their life. And again, with the 4 sweepers, it's going to be hard to maintain vision. Very, very hard. It looked like they just ran in totally unaware in that last fight. Because they do have some AoE in Wukong and Kale's damage, but the jungle far better suits the purple team. Those narrow corridors. Okay, so play will resume. Slight DC by Silver Bleed, but it looks like it's okay now. Play will continue. If you're blue team, what do you do?
If you're blue team, you have to stop playing like you're super far ahead, because that's not the case. Right now they're just running around, just being like Superman mode, just running into places where they probably shouldn't be, and just saying, well, you know, I don't think you can do anything to me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that could have been a little dangerous, but because it was that combination of people in that bush, they just decided we don't really care about that.
Yeah, had any of the damage dealers been there, that would have been an auto back cancel to death. But yeah, they really need to respect the range of Orianna and stop running into those dissonances. They do not have a whole lot of ways to heal that up.
Not to mention their composition is not AoE centered like how it normally is.
Yep.
They need to adopt a different style of fighting with this. They have to draw things out. They have to draw things out into the open where they can make those AoE cooldowns miss.
Yeah, because at this point the fights are no longer even. Purple team is far ahead now in terms of Vayne being where she is, and also Orianna. Just so much damage. So I said they really need to play the fights carefully and bait out cooldowns. If they can bait a solar flare or a shockwave or something. But they can't go in first. And they definitely cannot group up. Baron is back up, Dragon is back up. All the inhibitors are back up. The top inhibitor hasn't been gone after for a while. Blue team kind of on the back step right now.
Looks like blue team is back to the Baron.
I really don't like this call. They know that they're coming. They need to leave. Like at this point, if you're gonna bait the Baron, just like stand by it.
Yeah, actually bait it. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't start doing it. Yeah, both teams taking their time. Purple team knows that time is on their side. Although the blue creeps are pushed up because there are no towers.
Yeah, the blue waves are definitely in a much more threatening position. If they can just have a standoff here, it'll work out really, really well for them. The creeps are stacking up at that inhibitor so much. Like, if nothing happens and they just stand around, they'll probably get Nexus turrets too.
Yeah. And then at that point, it's like, what do? Do you send somebody back? Nobody from purple team is retreating. They're just going to try to force a fight. But a good split up. And there goes the inhibitor. Did nobody know?
Well, they definitely noticed. They started backing up, but then they thought maybe they could force a fight. But they have to... someone has to go back here.
And the blue ping's going onto where the purple team is. Oh, and they stopped the recall.
Yeah, they're like, we're not even going to let you recall. If you want to fight us now, go ahead. Look at our creeps. If you fight us now, you guys probably lose.
Bad. Oh, that was a really questionable engage right there. The intervention will stall. But Aranos needs to get away from Vayne. They need to kill Vayne.
Well, the damage is
so
going
much
down to
damage.
Vayne.
Great kiting from Zach Legend. And that's going to be a big fight turn for the purple team. Vayne does go down. Ibaru is really low. Oh my goodness. The damages and the sustain are just so heavy. Super Awesome is still alive. He's fighting, but he finally goes down. Wow. So Aranos does get caught out. They forced the engage to be sure, though. The Leona CC did not land the way they wanted it to. But, yeah. There was just not enough immediate focus onto Vayne. Although Zach Legend did a great job of kiting back.
And at the end of that fight, again, they're not playing the comp the way it's supposed to be. You need to spread out. You need to try to separate people. Like, they were just all just clumped around the remaining members of the purple team, just humping them.
Kale has home guards. They can defend the inhibitor.
I would imagine they're gonna leave before that, though.
Yeah, the back ping's already coming. Here comes Kale. Oh, the Hadouken does land. He's gonna chase. People just starting to respawn now. Yeah, Aranos is hungry. He wants this.
Oh, Zach is caught.
Oh no, he might be out now. The purple team is respawning.
Oh, yeah, his team is so far behind. What was Warwick doing?
Not sure. But in any event, Zach is chunked. Will that matter though? That is the question.
It looks like they're running straight to Baron.
Yeah, because they know that the jungler has to recall. They could see them, right?
Yeah,
With the Warwick. Is that how it works? He gets vision of them?
Yeah, he does get vision of them if they're within range.
Okay, let's see if they repeat the same mistake they did last time. Grouping up and getting hit by all the CC.
But the AoE's not there. No one's there.
Oh,
but the solar flare takes it.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Wow. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to be too judgmental, but
yeah, that's
how
really,
do you let that, how do you let that happen?
That's really embarrassing.
Yeah, how do you let that happen?
Because even with level 3 solar flare, it only does 350 damage. And that obviously gets cut down by Baron.
Well, I saw what happened. They left it with a sliver right before the solar flare hit. So it was just a miss smite. It was pretty much what it was. But yeah, that's very heartbreaking for the blue team. Just when they had caught a break with the inhibitor going down, things have turned sour for them very quickly. And Orianna is not there yet, but she will be. We'll see if they decide to fight. No, they do not. And that might have been their window. They should not chase now. Orianna will be there. Yeah, they know it. Chase Styles reinitiating. This could be the final fight of the game. Here comes Final Hour. Here comes Fed Vayne. Kage no Jigoku running onto him. Doing a lot, but not enough. Just getting shredded down. And yeah, that Baron misplay was the final nail in the coffin. That will be GG.
Yeah, there's no way they're not going to end this game. That inhibitor's open.
Yep, and they have Zac and they have Jarvan to tank.
There's still 5 of them left.
And 50-second death timers.
Yeah. With only Warwick with no ultimate left, there's no way he can stop this.
Yeah, I kind of wonder how the fight would have changed if they had gotten Baron, if they hadn't gotten Baron, but in the end, what happened happened. And purple team will capitalize and take back game 2, tying the setup at 1-1.
When you fall.